like 5 seconds. We're going to dance into our song.
Okay. Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning LALALAND. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Jessica. Welcome to Good Morning LALALAND. This is America's first live streaming daily talk show coming to you Monday through Friday live at 9 a.m. And you may have noticed Mr. Ron Mack is missing today. He's looking for some wheels, so we called in our man, Pharaoh. Good morning, Pharaoh.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is something really special. Tell us about the Zolly bike.
Well, the Zolly is a fully electric, eco-friendly way to get around town. So what we did is, well, first let me back up a little bit.
So did you kidnap Rob? That's what we want to know. Like,
I hooked him up. I wanted to make sure that he could get here.
Oh, okay, got it.
You're at 18 miles an hour. Does this little bike, it
goes fast. It's going to go up to 20 miles per charge, 18 miles an hour. And the biggest thing, what we want to do is create something that was for the people, especially college kids, people who have trouble getting around. It's very portable. You can just get up and go.
So tell us, how did you start? What came? What was the inspiration? How did this all start?
Okay, well, as far as the inspiration, remember those hoverboard things?
Do I remember a hoverboard thing? It was like my dream to ride one.
Okay, just so you know, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
What is that?
It's something that came in and now it's history. But what happened is it was such a big fad, but they weren't practical. So like our
story of my life.
So as an entrepreneur, we always look for opportunities and trends and to see what the next big thing is. So electric vehicles, all those things, personal transportation, that's the future, but we wanted to make something practical, hence the bike.
So I can give up the Range Rover and get a little bike and cruise around. Save me a lot of money.
Or you can pair the two. Since it's so portable, throw it in the trunk, go to Venice Beach, and just cruise the boardwalk.
Yeah, because we all know you can never park actually anywhere close to where you want to be. So park 3 miles away and then you can zolly in.
Exactly.
I love that. So you're hitting across the United States with it? How are you going to launch it? What's going on with that?
Well, we started here in Hollywood, and we're partnering with a lot of different influencers, people who really embrace and love the product, and then we're going to showcase it across not just America, but the world.
Wow. How has that been vital to you in spreading the word and the message of your brand and your product?
Well, the thing with the influencers is they have audiences, right? So we are pairing with, number one, not just any influencer. We're pairing with people who actually believe in the product and putting on a natural synergy. We're not just here to sell product. We're here to actually bring something to the people and to the culture. So it's very, very helpful.
Right. And since it's Friday feeling, I know that, you know, the love for our creativity of our lives, our businesses, our relationships in our business, and our personal life are very important. So this is a big passion, right?
It's a huge passion. So much of a passion that I had a multi-million-dollar business that was doing well and growing every year. And I took all of that money, I stopped the business, and I invested in Zolly. So in the business world, a lot of people say, you know what, that's not wise, you shouldn't do that, you have something successful going, but none of that matters. What matters is finding your passion and chasing that, because that's when you're in
love
purpose.
is all that matters. Is that what you're saying?
Love
is all that matters.
And I feel love between the two of you all.
Absolutely, but I'm wondering, how do you get over the fear of that? I mean, were you nervous at all?
I was extremely nervous because even though I believe in this and I know that it's going to work and the people are going to embrace it, you still have bills and you have the naysayers and all these other things. So you just have to decide. And once you decide, that courage rises and you can move forward.
Now, I know you're a man from Chicago, so what brought you to LaLaLand, to Los Angeles, to really make this dream a reality for you?
Who doesn't live in LaLaLand?
Exactly, especially with the weather. weather, then you can zolly year-round.
Exactly.
Right?
You have weather, you have all the opportunities, and LaLaLand is a world stage, and we wanted to create a product for the world, so why not come to the world stage and present it?
That's so cool.
How much fun are you having doing this?
I'm having so much fun. I did a little Instagram video as I zollied to the front doors and opened the doors. That's all I do all day is play and be creative.
I love that. Well, that's so LaLaLand. Take your dream on the road, hit LA, and come on into Focus TV family. I'm so excited for you to be a part of this community.
What has been the biggest challenge for you in doing this?
The biggest challenge is being focused and ignoring the rest. Right? So I'm focused every day and working, but it's so challenging at times to not hear the naysayers because they get really loud. And then inside you sometimes you feel like, well, this isn't working. Maybe I shouldn't have quit or gave up millions of dollars. But you just have to remember, press forward.
You gave up the millions of dollars.
Gave up the millions
For
of dollars.
millions more. That's what
That's right.
I did it for the people.
Right.
College students, things are getting so expensive. Now imagine if they could get around campus or get to the other side of town and have that solution for just a couple
I
of
mean,
dollars.
talk about getting from the other side of town. Poor Rob Mack is trying to get from the west side, from Santa Monica into West Hollywood. And if you know anything about Los Angeles, you know that's pretty much like coming from Nevada.
It is. Traffic sucks, but guess what? He doesn't have to stay in traffic.
That's right. You know, we say that in quantum physics and in my line of work, which is divinity and going to the next level, to take a quantum leap, you really have to go beyond anything that you've known. So congratulations on really giving up and releasing everything.
Look here.
What's up, man?
Hey, it's good to see you. Glad you made it safe all the way from the west side.
Come 2 miles an hour. It's fast. Not that fast.
Switching spots. Musical chairs this morning.
Here you go over here.
Jeez, this is LaLaLand. All right,
Wow.
so you zollied in.
You zollied in.
You coming in hot.
Came in hot.
Coming in hot.
Yeah. Oof.
What was that like?
Parking's easier. I'll tell you that. Parking's much easier, and it's amazing though, like how smooth it is. You know? Like it's just effortless kind of acceleration.
So cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So you guys, we've got quite an interesting morning. Let's find out who is in the back studio.
What a day. It's hashtag Friday Feels. We're celebrating here at Good Morning LaLaLand. We have two very special guests today. A dear friend of mine and president of the New Genie App, Mr. Lukeson, is in the house, along with Robbie Hayes. You've seen him on The Bachelorette, and now he's got a very exciting new athleisure line called Leisure. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
So, of course, you might know the routine. Here at Good Morning LaLaLand, we like to know, how do you start your day?
I start my day by waking up early, communicating with our team in Berlin. There are 9 hours difference, so their day is ending when I wake up. And then chat with them in bed mostly, drink some coffee, work till like 10, and then go exercise.
Luke, I'm wondering, because of the time difference, do you ever feel like you're starting your day 9 hours behind?
The time difference is terrible, but we've come to recognize that it's a reality of what we're doing every day, so we make it work. It's either we're talking at midnight or we're talking at 7 to 9. So
there's one way of looking at it, actually, because now truly your team is working around the clock.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you can manage it, it works pretty well. I could just say from my experience in the beginning is either I was cranky talking to them in the morning or I was cranky talking to them late at night. So it's become a learning experience, but it's fun.
Good morning, Mr. Robbie Hayes. Thank you for being here with us today, Sunshine. Tell me, how do you start your day? What was your morning like today?
I have a four-legged walking alarm, and she's got to go out every morning. So she usually gets me up, gets me going. I'll pour the coffee to keep myself up. Otherwise, I'll hop back in bed, and then we just start grinding. Work out eventually after the work's done, and then enjoy LaLaLand weather.
And we saw you here last week, and I thought you promised next time you were going to bring that four-legged friend in.
Oh, I did say that.
Right?
Next time, you got to bring me back.
Exactly. You just want to keep coming back.
Right.
Oh, well, thank you both so much for being here with us today. We're excited to get to know more about you and your businesses later in the show.
Right. So I'm so excited because today is all about Friday feeling, and we're going to actually talk about some future dating apps. I'm so excited. There's things, everything from your personality test to your DNA. So we're going to dive deep into that. And we're also going to dive more into online dating. All this technology in our lives is affecting all the things that we love, our business, our friendships, our families, our intimate relationships, and all the above. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back as we dive deeper into this conscious conversation.
It was a hot week in La La Land. I'm Jasmine Moyer, co-host of Good Morning La La Land with our associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone, and we're here to tell you all about it. On Monday, we welcomed Robbie Hayes to the studio. You've seen him on The Bachelorette, and he has a new company, Leisureletics.
What?
Hot. Tuesday, we welcomed Sean Kushner, aka Kush. Wednesday, we celebrated with Annalyn McCord and Together One Heart, freeing women from slavery. We had Focus TV family, Eden Sassoon in-house.
Namaste all day. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in La La Land. I'm Victoria Simone. Jez.
Bye. It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to This Week in Focus. My name is Victoria Simone, producer here at Focus TV Network, America's first live streaming daily talk show network. And today I have my girl helping me out,
Jasmine Moyer, co-host of Good Morning La La Land.
So last week on the Focus TV Network, we shot Reshape with Ali Landry.
And special guest, Ross Matthews.
We had the Alyssa Goodman show.
With the original Iron Chef herself, Kat Cora.
What? I'm so excited to announce our newest show, The Lisa Torres Show, Jeslyn, who was on Good Morning La La Land.
We had a great week full of guests, including Robbie Hayes from The Bachelorette.
Hot!
Annalyn McCord celebrating Together One Heart, and Eden Sassoon, beauty and wellness advocate.
Can I say triple hot? Thank you guys for tuning in to This Week in Focus. Jez, thanks for helping me out. Bye.
Hang on.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I know everything. That's all we could say with all the freaking lists that you gave me. Soul Reboot with Allison Charles. And I was supposed to say Ross Matthews. Fuck, I forgot. Jeslyn's so mad at me now.
no, I don't care.
Russian cabbage.
Trust, then verify.
Yes. You keep doing that. The Lisa Torres Show with, do I say Lisa Torres? Okay.
So awkward. Okay.
Is it helping? You okay with this music in the background?
No.
All right, how long are we doing this game?
That is definitely not going in the blooper roll. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are honoring #Friday Feels today and all the ways that technology is affecting our lives, whether it's in our dating, in our shopping, in our sleeping. I can't escape it.
Right. So it's fascinating because we're just talking about dating, Friday feeling, and we try and bring it to love and everything. And it's fascinating what's going on in the world. So just doing a bunch of research on the new apps in the world. So there are all things like testing our DNA, our pheromones through our DNA, and also our personality tests. And so I know we're very familiar with that. But so going online, there's a dating app called Pheromore, which looks like they kind of mix the word pheromones and love in Italian, right? So Pheromore. And basically what they did is there was a study at some university years back where they actually had guys sweat in t-shirts. And then they actually had girls smelling the t-shirts.
Ew.
Yeah, it's really, but there was ones that they were more attracted to. And so pheromones are still kind of a mystical thing. They haven't really figured it out completely in science. But what they found is if they take your DNA, so they actually like swab your cheek, inside your cheek, and they can see your DNA. And actually what's interesting, what's so fascinating is that they find that the most opposite DNA you have with someone, you're more likely to be attracted to. And I feel like it's almost like it's spirit, Mother Nature, trying to expand us as much as possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, that plays directly into evolution, right? Because it's,
right?
Evolution basically benefits through diversity.
I mean, online dating is awkward enough. There's no way I want to like swab something and then smell somebody's like sweaty shirt on top of it. It's already weird.
It sort of takes the sexy out of it, doesn't it?
Well, you don't have to like smell anyone's sweat. That was like, this is a long time ago with them starting to realize how DNA works, right? So I think it's fascinating because I do think that, you know, from what these articles are saying is that people are getting a little tired of things like Tinder and Bumble. They're kind of like not having a lot of success.
Yeah.
Some people are, a lot of people aren't. And so I think people are trying to go, what's really the science behind relationships working, right?
Yeah. It's so fascinating to me, and of course I love science. I have a background in science, psychology, but that being said, I'm not sure you can come up with a scientific enough approach to either manufacture or synthesize or find a way to explain the ways in which we're attracted to other people. Like you can make good bets and great guesses, informed guesses, but I think at the end of the day, there's just something magical that happens between two people, and I kind of like the mystery of it.
And that's what they say. They say they don't really know. This is a kind of a new thing, but you know, fascinating in of itself. There's another one that's all about your personality test, and I think that that one's more interesting personally. We had some guests a while back, the travel company, a couple.
My good friends, Kevin and Kalyana Schmitz, they are the Great Escapes couple. I mean, hashtag relationship goals. This couple has gone around the world, power coupling. He's a wonderful fashion photographer and director. She's an incredible beauty enthusiast, an entrepreneur, and they have mastered the Myers-Briggs personality test. They can instantly, on meeting somebody, tell you what personality you are. I haven't ever done that, and I'll tell you why, because I don't know if I want to know even if it's about myself. It's like, some things are better left unsaid.
Really? But they met through personality tests, and they said it was something like they had a 99% like compatibility or something like that, right? So there's an actual app also, and it's called Me Too with 2 E's, so MEETWO. I think it's .co, I'm not sure. And it was created by psychologists, and I think that's really a good one because I think there are personalities that work together more than others.
Absolutely agree, and of course. I have to chime in from a positive psychology perspective. Like again, I love all the assessments and they're all fantastic and they're all informative, and I think they help us make better dating decisions sometimes, maybe love decisions. But for sure, the two qualities that I'm clear about just based on science that matter the most, kindness, optimism. If you've got two people that can focus on the best in each other, doesn't matter how different they are, they will find ways to work things out, they'll find ways to still connect. Even if that romantic relationship dissolves, they'll still remain great friends.
Right.
I'm going to chime in from the single girl's perspective and just say that I think that a personality test might be overthinking it. I mean, I've known that if I have a connection, within like a minute or two of meeting somebody, I don't need to know all about their personalities. I feel like that's too much.
Right. Well, I think that there's different things, right? We have a reptilian brain that is definitely like you're going to be attracted to certain types instantaneously. But as you get into the outer parts of the brain, there's a more conscious thing going on, and maybe we need to go on beyond that instant, oomph kind of thing.
So I'll say this, so at like the 6-week mark then, tell new man, okay, take this personality test so I can see how to figure you out to make this last a little bit longer, right? Once the fire fades.
Right, I mean, also it's like, we have to question here that are we really monogamous as a species? Clearly, there's some people that are, and there's some people that aren't, and I think that maybe a lot of the answers to all these dating apps are really deprogramming from all of our things and flowing more with life.
I don't know, man. It's also we are just opening Pandora's box right now.
It's Friday, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. But that being said, I also wonder too if that's just because there are so many options. There's so many apps. There's so many ways for you to just swipe through somebody, whether than getting to know them. You're like, oh, well, that personality test says I'm not going to like them. What if you do really like them and you never met them because you ruled them out too soon?
And you completely nailed it, Jaslyn. Because at the end of the day, I think one of the greatest challenges, which we talk about a lot, and you've referenced plenty of times, is just like even when you're talking to someone, even when you're engaging with someone, even if you have perfect personality, your perfect personality match, if you can't quiet your mind and listen to them and connect in a real meaningful way, doesn't matter how compatible you are, you'll never really get to know who that person is.
Right.
And I think that's one of the greatest challenges. Most people don't know themselves very well. It's impossible, not knowing yourself, to really connect deeply and fully with somebody else.
Right.
Well, it's very possible. Distract yourself from getting to know yourself by just swiping.
Just swipe.
Just swipe all day, every day.
Social media.
One thing that I find that is fascinating is I do witness couples that are working, and it seems like there's always one that's kind of dominant and one that's more passive. And I found that because if you get two dominant people that are trying to control the whole thing, it doesn't work out so well, or two passive people, not going to go so well. So I do think that there's some kind of thing to the opposites attract.
Well, I think there's something to be said about being dually dominant. In the fact that you have a person who's so strong in one area of their life and a person that's so strong in the other of their life, and you can complement each other in that. Like, I want a power couple. I don't want to be like the passive person in that.
Yeah, but I mean, it means that in a conflict, someone's giving and opening up more than the other one's kind of guiding in the communication factor. But I don't know, you know, I'm definitely not. It's a very, I think it's the most advanced area of life. Intimate relationships, communication, and really merging two lives into one. It's complex.
So we might as well just swab away and see who we match with.
Swab on right now.
All of the communication involved.
Swab, swipe, Tinder. It's the updated app. Days. It's amazing where we're at.
It is amazing, honestly.
It's amazing how technology is really affecting our lives, like we mentioned earlier, whether it's in dating or whether it's in shopping. You know, we have the opportunity to talk to a couple entrepreneurs today who have created businesses out of their passions to give us access to what we love fast, whether that's great, feeling great, looking great, good leisure wear, or seeing something we love and getting it instantly with an app like Genie. It's pretty incredible.
Right, so let's get back to you guys. Stay tuned. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to go to the back studio and dive deeper into love, whether it be in your business, friendships, family, or intimate relationships. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Cheers. Cheers.
I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Papra.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessica Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks
having
for having me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you.
Hi. Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean, we have roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are excited to have Robbie Hayes in the house. We're going to talk about all things dating online and everything. This is like, we had you here already. We've talked about your business. We've talked about Bachelorette. We've talked about all the online world, but we want to talk about dating. Like we want to get real.
I feel like that's appropriate coming off the dating show, right?
It is.
Yes. Life like after dating or after
Right.
almost getting.
It's right on brand.
Yeah.
Right on brand.
So what is it like?
Yeah.
It's rough. It's hard. Actually, let's put it this way. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's not hard in the fact that you've got a lot of women throwing themselves at you because you're fresh off the Bachelorette. You got second place. You're now America's Sweetheart because first place is engaged. Who's next? So in that sense, it's not hard. But as far as finding out who's there for the right reasons, you got to figure that out on your own. And luckily, I've come across some of those situations, or unfortunately, to where I can kind of spot it out on the first date, kind of figure it out.
How can you tell on the very first date who's there for the right reason?
I mean, little things that could get brought up, like if the last thing I want to talk about on the first date is social media, right? Because that's become my life now. And so if that gets brought up, you kind of like, oh, wait, why are you here? Right?
What do you mean? They're like, hey, can we do an Insta story right now?
All sorts of stuff.
But now
All
after
sorts
this
of stuff.
interview, they're going to go, oh, I'm not supposed to talk about social media on the first.
I'm giving away all the hints. I'm setting you up for success right now.
But do you energetically read? You must have an intuitive kind of read on it as well.
I'm
social media,
a huge
right?
people watcher. Like one of my favorite places in the world is the Atlanta airport, Hartsfield-Jackson. And that's weird to say, but like I love sitting there and I feel like I learn from other people's interactions with other people, just like anyone else. And so going on these dates, it's not a hassle. It's not a, you know, even if I find out it's not going to work, it's fine. You know, maybe down the road I see her out with her friends 2 weeks later, and she's got another friend that I'm interested in. I went on that date. Now I can talk to her. She can introduce me, and you know, meeting people, be social.
So how do you know also? So basically, if someone they've seen you on the show, I'm sure you're like, oh, I wish they didn't even see me on the show. Is that kind of where?
Sometimes,
yeah.
Sometimes, a lot, because especially like what I get a lot is if I'll go on a first date and whether they knew or not that I had been on a TV show, sometimes they'll say, oh, I had no idea. I mean, don't hate me because I've never seen the show, but like you get those a lot.
Yeah.
But it's almost better off, right? Because I'm like, oh, don't go back and watch it. Like, 'cause for me, I kind of knew that they would choose the lead role from a previous season. So Ben Higgins' season was before mine. I quit watching it after like the second or third episode and then watched the final episode because I didn't want to watch my potential suitor fall in love with someone else.
It's really interesting because, so I've had friends who've written books about their lives, or I've dated guys who've been on reality shows, and I purposely do not watch the show. I do not read the book because I think it gives everyone an unfair advantage. I don't want to know something about you that you don't tell me. I don't want to read it online. I don't want to see it on the show. But do women come into these dates and they're like, so when you said this about X, Y, and Z, I mean, how do you deal with that?
I don't get that as much as whether they knew or didn't know. Okay, they knew, now they want to ask all the questions. Okay, they didn't know, now they're intrigued and they want to ask questions. So I always end up talking about it just like I am right now.
But I have to be honest, you know, as a woman, if I were dating and I was out there, I wouldn't think it would be, I wouldn't think it's a positive to be with somebody that's been on a reality show about dating. I would almost feel like that's kind of like, oh, this person has so many options and they're probably a little bit demented around, you know, the reality of a dating role.
She's not calling you demented right now.
No, I'll take that. I know what you mean. I'll take it a step
like
further.
I don't think it's
trying to get on like some regular shows after being on a reality TV dating show is one of the hardest things to do because you've been labeled, you've been taken as that, you know, a contestant. You're not a mainstay on a show. You're a contestant. You have one season, then a new batch of 26 comes in. There's not repetitive, recurring seasons afterwards for you to, you know, build your reel, make more money, get more experience behind the camera. There's none of that. And then making that transition is the hardest part.
So how do you make that transition? So you're not a contestant.
This is my next TV show right here.
No, but no, seriously, even in dating, so you're not a contestant on The Bachelorette, you're Robbie Hayes dating on blank, blank, blank app. What apps do you like? Do you do online dating? Are you on these apps? Are you swiping through?
I have all of them because I travel so much.
Ladies, he's got all.
I have all of them for, I mean, because of the exposure, right?
Okay.
So I have all of them. If I go to Philadelphia for a night, for an event, and I have all 5 of the dating apps, and 10,000 people swipe left, and 5 of them go to my Instagram, and then half of those 5 follow me, I just gained 2,500 followers in one night. And that's my rate, so those are my money.
Right.
So
that's a great point. I have been on the apps before. I'm not on any of the apps right now, but I haven't. And I remember at that point in time, I had all these followers on social media. I was like, this is like a business thing out here, right?
So what happens is I don't really use it when I'm there. Sometimes I'll hop on when I'm bored just to see who's on there. But when I leave Philadelphia from that night that I went to do the show, I'll wake up with like 4 or 5 DMs in my Instagram that is like, I saw you come across Bumble. I didn't know if it was a real profile or not, but you probably wouldn't have swiped right anyways, but I just thought I'd give it a shot. Hi.
So how do you feel about that for like a woman to just slide into your DMs because she saw you on a dating app?
Do it. If you want to email me, email me.
Smoke signals,
you really want to stick out? There you go.
Right. Okay, so this is what we want to know. So obviously, you're like a professional dater. So we want to know what...
Professional dater.
Really,
you're a professional dater.
Right? So you've seen what
Sounds
works.
easy.
You've seen what works, what doesn't work, what you like in profiles, what is like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, tell all of us, like, what is the lowdown on like what works and what does not work?
We feel like you'd be a great dating coach. Yeah.
What saying all the wrong things.
Okay, I'm going to, let's pretend I'm going to set up my dating profile right now on Bumble, which I have never done. What would I do? What are like my top 5 things to make sure I include on that profile to get your attention?
Uh-oh. If you've got a dog, include a picture of your dog.
Oh, the dog picture.
Guys and girls love dogs. You gotta include a traveling picture. And don't let the guaranteed swipe left is all 4 or 5 photos, however many you have, are all selfies. Like, where are your friends? Like, where? Those are no-goes.
Okay.
Wait, what's no-goes? Only selfies?
Only selfies.
Okay.
Only selfies. And if your first photo has the dog ears on it.
Oh yeah, so that's
okay.
Yeah, no filter. Snap situation. Okay.
No filter snap situation.
So then bio. What are the recommendations?
Bios. I mean, chances are I'm gonna go to the Instagram and look at more photos before I go to the bio. But I mean, I can ask the questions when we talk if that's the thing.
Okay.
My Instagram is now a way people are gonna date me.
Oh,
for sure. They're all linked.
Really?
Now. They're all linked.
And you can do your music on there now, right? Too, so you can see what kind of music people like.
Oh yes, you can.
Right?
You can link your Spotify.
Yeah.
No pressure. So now my dating profile is my Instagram.
So my bios on all of mine are literally just at Robert Hunter 89. There's no 6'1", 180 puppy, likes to cook and long walks on the beach.
But don't you think that's because you've already got the built-in brand?
Because if they want to know more, they got to go there, and the chances are I'm going to get a follow.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So are you really dating it
I'm
to
not
date?
going to my secrets. No one. I really do use apps.
No, but Robbie, in all seriousness, then, are you really using it to date and to find love, or are you doing this for followers?
I use a couple of them for date and love, and there's a few of them that I don't use because I think they're too cluttered. I think they're just not up to par. And I don't want to go into which ones those are because I don't want to play favorites. But I mean, getting off a dating show, I have almost 4 of the 5 reach out to me to do promotions for them because you're now the most eligible bachelor.
I remember
after you get off, right?
Yeah.
Last time we were
be.
here, you
it's
mentioned.
Also a fine line. Like, do I want to promote Hinge and have everyone go on there and look for my dating profile, or like? You try to brand yourself, and it comes off as like you might need that dating stuff. And getting off a show, everyone and their mother knows I don't really need that. Like I can meet girls out and about.
Right. So a couple things. One, so say you've swiped and you have some like everyone likes each other. What do you do? How does a woman? When does she?
Well, it depends which one it is, because some they have to talk first, some you have to talk first.
Yeah.
I'll always say, hey, right off the bat, if it's a match, and usually they will too if it's one of the ones where the girls talk first.
I heard there's a complaint I've heard from men on these dating apps, and it's that they say the women don't take enough time to have something more than just, hey, how are you? Or really simple. They go, don't you have a little bit more, can't you put a little bit more effort into it? Do you find that?
To touch on that, I have found one of the apps that has an advantage in my eyes, and it's Happen. Happn.
Never even heard of it.
So basically they link you with people that you either have mutual friends with or that you've crossed paths with. So if I went to Florida State and there's another girl that went to Florida State, they're gonna put her in my stream of swipe left, swipe right. So with that being said, touching on that first statement, who says it, what do you say? That makes it so much easier because you have common grounds to talk about. Oh, you know him? That's funny. I met him this way. Oh, I met him this way. Great guy. We should all hang out sometime. Easy as that.
And they feel vetted.
So it kind of gives you an advantage, and you feel more comfortable because it's not some random that you have no idea if it's a guy or girl behind the account. So you can vouch it from your friends. It usually pulls from other socials, like your your Facebook. Probably pull your friend list and be like, oh, you have 7 mutual friends.
Makes
and
sense.
they'll pair you up.
So then when it comes to the bio, what do you like seeing in the bio?
I mean, like I said, I'll probably go to the Instagram because all of them are linked and see more photos because you can see like, I get that that's just the outside of that person, but it also gives you an idea. Like I have a bunch of photos of my puppy. I obviously love my puppy. I have a bunch of shirtless photos. I obviously love the beach and the water. A lot of active. So you can kind of get a feel for who I am through my pictures. So the bio, I mean, if you've got anything you want to say, like, so this is personal for me. I was on the show and I was labeled a former competitive swimmer, which I hadn't swum a lap in 4 years. 2012 was the last time I swam. And then I was a social media influencer. Well, I've got 4 degrees. So I like to let people know that. And I'll put that in the bio. I'll be like, I got my master's from Miami back in 2014.
Well, we're running out of time, but I have one last question for you.
Sure.
So let's say right now you really authentically want to find true love. Knowing yourself and giving yourself advice, what would you really have to focus on to find true love?
Go out a little less. And when I do go out, make it more of a social and not like a, let's go to a really dark place where I can't even see what you look like. Let's go to a happy hour instead.
Physically, metaphorically.
I'm all about just putting myself out there, you know, because if I pass a girl on the side of the street and, you know, she catches your eye, you have that moment where it's like, if you don't say anything, you're never going to get it again.
So really just putting yourself out there.
Put yourself out there.
Okay, cool.
What's the worst that happens? She says no.
Yeah.
You didn't know her anyways.
Right? And so where can people find you? Just, you know,
at Robert Hunter 89, Leisureletics. Go to the website. We have 3 new products. Girls' tops are in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which is an incredible line, by the way.
It is.
Yeah, we'll
Love my
definitely
new yoga
bring
There
you.
you go. I saw your post. I liked it.
Yeah.
We'll bring you back at the end of the show so we can talk about the new products.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you,
Stay
guys.
tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. Welcome to the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. I'm Jessamine Moyer, host of the Focus TV network show, LA Unscripted, and co-host of America's first live streaming talk show, Good Morning La La Land. This is the Focus Magazine preview show and an exclusive sneak peek. Today, I have the privilege to announce the March 2018 issue of Focus Magazine, and we're calling it the Influence issue, featuring amazing personalities making a difference in our local communities. On the cover, we have singer-songwriter and host of Chasing Glory podcast, Lillian Garcia. I had the extreme honor of both interviewing her and writing a feature for the magazine on Lillian. She's truly an influencer on so many levels. Joining her on the cover is my spiritual influencer and co-host of Good Morning La La Land, Dr. Erin Haskell. And with her is a true professor of influence, Amanda Russell. Also featured in this issue, we have the constructional chef, Scott Harris, executive chef from the Four Seasons Hotel right here in Beverly Hills, Byron Thomas, and 2 members of the Focus TV family and dynamic duo of lifestyle influence, Janet Gunn and Melissa Myers. Also in this issue, we feature Lauren Everts, the founder of the Skinny Confidential, hello gorgeous, and the candle makers Elise Fratto and Maylene Weber of Leone Candeli, which is of course right over there. And Cynthia Abbey Naked, who I interviewed for my show LA Unscripted, and she is the founder of a great piece of functional jewelry from the Coley Collective. We also have a celebrity chef, Serena Poon, and her new product, Just Add Water, and a series of 4 mom influencers from our millennial mom herself, host Jenna Barnett. It's all influence, influence, influence in this issue of Focus Magazine. Get your copy today on newsstands or online, and be sure to watch our companion video features as well, because we are the only magazine in the country providing a robust video complement to our print features. I'm Jessamine Moyer, coming to you from the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. Thanks for watching. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are honoring #Friday Feeling today, and I have a dear friend of mine, Luke Peterson, in the house. He's the president of a very cool, exciting app, the Genie app, and you are giving access to everyone to buy something they love. They're watching TV, they love something, and then your app
they can instantly have it.
Yeah, we call it the Shazam of TV and video. So.
Shazam!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's taken a long time to get it here, but we're pretty excited. We're coming to market right about now.
So what does that mean? That means clothing, a cup, anything?
It basically means anything that the creator of the content wants to convey, wants to sell, wants to talk about, right? So it's not just take a photo of a TV and buy the clothing. It could be take a photo of the TV and find more information about what the TV is what the show is trying to tell you about, right? Wow. So it's charity. It could be more videos to different websites. It could be clothing. It could be anything that the creator wants.
You know, it'd be cool to use this for people. It can be in a dating app. Because you're all about the person.
So truthfully, like there's a lot in AI, which is a burgeoning market that's happening right now, a burgeoning technology, and you can have a lot of facial recognition. You know, every time you put your face into Snapchat or every time you take a selfie, these large internet companies are sourcing your face. So there is facial recognition out there. Wow. So that will be possible, or is probably possible right now. Government's using it.
Yeah. I feel like it's so the future of all shows because, of course, shows want to monetize stuff, so it would make sense to be able to click on anything.
Well, the technology is called second screen. That's what everybody's really wanted. You want everybody sits and watches their TV, and you have your cell phone in your hand, right? So how do you make that cell phone interact with what you see on the screen? And sort of that's the problem that we approach to do, and that's what we figured out.
Wow. I have a question with that, Luke, because so many people do watch their entertainment on that device. Do you need a second device to make this work?
No, so all we need to do is capture the image. So it works on screenshot. So it's the same technology. So like you take a photo, you can also take a screenshot, or you can literally take a photo with your phone and upload it to a website. It'll do the same thing. We just need to get the image into the cloud.
Oh, wow.
Wow, it's very advanced. We've been talking about this stuff for years and years, and I'm amazed that it hasn't come out sooner. But at the same time, it's so intricate. You think about even a television show that they'll probably end up having like a separate app for it because you can't touch your TV.
Yeah, so I mean, the whole thing is it came out of Friends. Jennifer Aniston was wearing the red sweater, and so people have been talking about this technology since that show. Everybody wanted the red sweater. Why can't you take a photograph of the TV to get the red sweater? And so that was 20 years ago, and the reason it hasn't been done is because it's really, really hard to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's Friends? Never seen that.
Yeah.
Never seen it. Way too young.
I'm dating myself.
Barely.
I like to say that I've been in entrepreneur business school, night school recently, just being on the show and talking to these people who are involved in their businesses and their startups and they're growing. And there's so much passion involved in this. Why is this the company that you aligned yourself with?
I mean, I was a banker for a long time, and I call myself a recovering banker now. And after I left banking, and it's actually 2 years today, funny enough, I was looking at my phone and Facebook notified me.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks. So basically, I left being a banker and just started to find something that I wanted to like create something other than like money, right? And basically started looking around, invested a couple things, and then the minute I saw the ability to be able to take a photograph of a TV screen and deliver a result, I was hooked, and so I've basically been full-time with them for like a year.
Wow. What's been the hardest part?
Everything.
Yeah.
This is the hardest part. The time difference is really significant. Managing teams in 2 different countries is really hard culturally. The German culture is very different than the US culture, especially in regards to startups. Figuring out who we're going after, why we're going after them. The idea of being able to activate and monetize any image or video. Where do we start, right? Is it TV, or is it billboards? Is it magazines? Is it streaming influencers on Instagram?
Right.
We can do all that, so it's just difficult
So
to
let's
choose.
take it out to like there's a woman watching, and she says, I love just makeup.
Yep.
Will you be able to even see like what kind of mascara?
Yeah, so that's
she's
one of the
wearing?
verticals that, it's funny that you bring that up. That's one of the verticals that we really think is special because there's technology out there to be able to say, hey, you're a man, you're wearing a white jacket or a very, very nice jacket. So basically it'll say jacket, but then it'll give you a bunch of different options. It won't exactly, but it can sort of sense it's a man wearing a jacket. If you're makeup, no way to tell with any sort of technology that you're going to use what exact makeup you're wearing. So what we allow for is the creator of the content. If they want to be talking about makeup, they can make the results exactly the makeup you're wearing, so you can convey that to the people that are watching your content.
It's going to be like a whole new commercial at a on
Yeah,
steroids.
and the thing that we think is interesting about it is that nobody likes to have ads pushed on them, right? And now the idea of Genie and with image recognition and video recognition is that you're saying, I want to engage with that content, and you can pull out what you want versus it being forced onto you.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You can almost see, you know, did they do anything? They use, I'm guessing that same technology be used for like forensic types of stuff.
So there is a lot actually going in that market. It's not what we really focus on, because I mean, I'm over my head with just this stuff. If you add in that, I'm done.
I'm wondering, you mentioned being a recovering banker, how your experience in banking teed you up for what you're doing with Genie?
Mostly beginning, it's a constant race to raise money. And so when I was a banker, I worked a lot with VC funds and hedge funds. And so just being able to be in a room with an investor, that's been very, very helpful. Also managing sort of sales teams, because that's also what I did. But truthfully, there's no education on how to do this, because this is a technology nobody's done before. It's a market that is new and it changes every day. Advanced image recognition technology, where patents and feature-based image recognition, nobody knows like exactly how to do it, and like trying to sell people on a new technology is difficult. So I mean, honestly, just being able to wake up and go to work every day is probably the best experience that I've had.
Yeah, this is the plan.
I was going to say that, and I love that you said it in that way, because I think a lot of people want to be entrepreneur if they can be or should be. But I don't feel that everyone would love being an entrepreneur.
No.
Right? And so what qualities, in addition to the discipline, would you say are absolutely necessary to being
being able to get over disappointment, being able to get over that quickly and move on, because you are going to have more days than days that are good, until the one big day that you're ringing the bell, the NASDAQ. that's really the hope, right? So I mean, you're going to have a lot of days that are tough, and it's about waking up in the morning and said, okay, that was a tough day. Let's just move on to the next one, and being able to get past it really quick. I mean, that's really the goal.
Are you just built that way, or is that something you've learned?
I think I'm built a little bit for that. I mean, truthfully, I tell people that I have a goldfish brain. Like I'm definitely I forget what's in the past very quickly. Yeah. So I think I'm pretty okay with this, but yeah, but it's definitely a challenge, and that's why everybody succeeds in it, I mean, truthfully, it's hard. I say a lot of the times, I want to just go back to being a banker, and it's just so easy, compared to this. But truthfully, I wanted to build something, and that's why I'm doing this. And I'm excited about it.
What's been the most rewarding part about this for you?
The most rewarding part is recently, you building in a bubble, right? That's how technology goes. It's just you and your team, and you're trying to figure it out. And there's really not that much influence from the market around us. But now that we've sort of taken our market, we've seen that we were a little bit ahead of the curve, and that the market is coming to a place where we can really, really add value. Like the amount of video content that's going out there, the amount of ways it's being distributed, how people are starting to expect to be able to do this. And it's all sort of come together. We were in a conference in Vegas called Shop Talk, and it was the market sort of, their eyes lit up like my eyes lit up a year ago when I first saw it. So that's been really rewarding, and now it's about capitalizing it and bringing it to market. Right.
So where can people find you?
They can find us at it's genie.me. We'll give everybody a warning that we've been trying to be under the radar for quite some time. So you'll see us talking about sort of activating influencers on Instagram. But you will hear something about us coming out to market pretty significantly in the next 30 to 60 days.
Wow.
Wow. So excited.
I'm so excited. I think it really is going to rock the whole world, online, TV, you name it, because Everyone's waiting
Well,
for
let's
this.
do your shirts.
Right?
Yeah,
Let's do it. Let's cheers to that.
So
we have some very exciting news. Yesterday, we launched on Connect TV. Good Morning La La Land can now be seen on Roku, on Apple TV. We're partnering up on some very exciting live events. Stay tuned. Emmys. So it's really exciting because I think that would be an incredible way to incorporate technology like that for that are on the carpet, or the shoes that Jennifer Anna is wearing, you know, like that red sweater you mentioned, and be able to instantly access that.
Yep.
So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to be back. We're going to have a little surprise for you when we come back. So stay tuned.
Is so different from all the other brokerage.
To me, it seemed anachronistic to encourage aides to go be their own thing, and they're no longer sharing their resources with the rest in their group so that they can have competitive advantage. Always a team is going to beat an individual.
We also speak with Marissa Zanuck, who started the Zanuck Group, and she discusses how it is to be an agent in the LA market today.
So many people that think that you can just make quick money in real estate. It's really not that. You need to put your time in. You need to do, you know, the dirty work. You need to learn all aspects of the business.
And my 3 favorite finds in the LA market today. And that's all starting now on the LA Home Show on Focus TV.
Days ago.
Yeah, it was such a cute picture you posted.
Oh yeah, they're in like Honduras and Belize.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Papra.
And I'm Justin.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessica Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of happens.
Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles, at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone,
welcome to the Alyssa Show. Ellie, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks for
having
having me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean,
Thank
we
you for
have
having me.
roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are here on the streets. Beverly Boulevard is a fun day. Our man Farrell brought the Zolly bike. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Okay, so break this down for us. What do we do?
Okay, so I'm about to teach him how to ride the bike. But first, before I do that, I want to show you one cool feature, the portability. This is what everyone loves.
It's foldable.
That you can just throw it in the trunk and go. So now we're gonna have him jump on here and ride.
This is like a drag race right now.
Hands free, bro. Hands free.
So let's snap this for safety so he doesn't fall off.
Is this electric?
It's fully electric, yes. It's fully electric and it's fast.
How fast?
18 miles per hour.
That's what we're in on.
18 miles per hour.
Rob, can you race this bike?
You can race. I don't know what you'll race, but you can race the bike.
No,
yeah.
you should race this bike.
I'm down. Absolutely. I didn't see that one off in the distance.
No, I meant on
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right.
Let's snap this.
Start here.
Okay, yeah. Come.
All right, so first thing I need you to do is get on the bike, okay?
Step 1, get on the bike. Step 2.
So I'm
Got a kickstand.
I'm gonna kick the kickstand up. So biggest thing is you only have 30 seconds to ride away to love. So we got to see if you can catch on to this fast.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully they're starting the timer.
I have 30 seconds?
Yes. So
Do what?
this is the throttle. All you're gonna do is pull down. It's gonna accelerate and go. There's gonna be a slight little delay for safety. When you start, because you look like you might fall. So when you start moving, just put your feet up here and ride.
Okay.
These are the brakes.
Okay.
Let's see if you got it.
Have you ever?
Back?
Yeah.
Which one's the back? I don't want to fly over the front.
This one.
All right.
So
Robbie, have you ever ridden a bike before?
Yes, I've ridden a bike before. Not an electric bike.
This is the first time.
First time.
Are you nervous?
I think I got it. I trust his manufacturing abilities.
Okay, so once you take it all the way down there, make sure you bring it back to me because I'm gonna go for a ride.
I'm gone. You're not gonna see me anymore.
We'll see you.
And I'm gonna let you know this. I put it on the fastest setting because I believe in you.
Look, I just want to go fast, Ricky Bobby.
Go, Robbie, go! All right, go fast. Oh my God, there he goes. He's got it done. The first time I ever took a bike out, I totally stalled it out.
Really?
Really? Can you stall out this bike?
You cannot stall it out.
You can stall it out?
No, you can't.
Oh, I stall out my Fiat all the time.
Whoa! That's pretty good, man.
You gotta go and get his first thoughts.
That's good.
All right, what are your first thoughts?
It's comfortable. It's nice. It's quicker than you think, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you take this on Venice Beach?
Oh, the boardwalk would be perfect.
It sounds like the perfect first date. So when you finally swipe, maybe you could take a couple of these zollies out.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Right?
That would be.
You can make that happen, Robbie Hayes.
Right? Let's do it. Who's first?
Rob's first right now. He's got the second one.
Am I racing this? I'm racing him?
Race him.
Come on back here.
Oh, no.
You racing from here? Oh, man. Is mine dialed up too? To the high setting?
Should be good. Yes.
Okay, right. I feel like I should have this moment, like you know in the movie Green.
You should. We want you to.
Yeah, we need one of those little things. I can be the
Handkerchief?
the sexy handkerchief thing.
Yeah, very.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
pocket square for the win.
No, you're good. Don't lose that pocket square. I need that one.
Rob, I know how much you love this pocket square. Okay.
Straight into the bush.
Yeah,
Are
right.
we ready?
Yes.
Gentlemen, start your engines. And go!
Oh, man.
Oh, there goes the pocket square. Oh, no. Look at that go. Woo!
I'm impressed.
Bob's going to win coming back, though.
Wow, what an incredible morning here at Good Morning La La Land. We are coming to you Monday through Friday live at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
Robbie burned me, man. He flew. You were flying.
I want you to go easy on it.
You were flying.
Icky, you missed.